Ever wonder why your cold emails don't book you meetings? Most think cold emailing is a numbers game, but it's not just about the volume. It's also about quality of copywriting. Imagine turning your cold emails into hot leads with just a few changes to your approach. Here are 6 steps to write emails just like this one that actually get replies and book you meetings. Let's see how it's done, starting with the subject line. Number 1, write subject lines that get your email opened. Your subject line decides whether someone opens your email. Well, 50% of it along with the intro line. My advice is to use 2 words, all in lowercase. You can click this video to find out why 2-word subject lines get 50 to 90% open rates if you would like. However you write them, personalize by using custom variables that change for each lead. Don't let it sound generic. You could even throw in a competitor's name if you're feeling cheeky. Also remember to spark curiosity and make them want to open the email. That's the whole point of what you're doing with a subject line. Nothing boring, nothing vague. Finally, keep it short, sweet, and clear, especially for mobile users, since over 80% of people open emails on their mobile phone. The reader should know exactly what they're getting in the email based on the subject line. Clarity and value is the name of the game. Number 2, choose an appropriate email greeting. Don't use an overly formal greeting or something that sounds like a marketing email. Just stick with a simple hi or hey. It's not the 1800s and it's not a handwritten letter. I mean, let's be honest. How many emails do you really respond to that start with dear? Not very many. So just say hi. Or don't use a greeting at all, which takes us on to point number 3. Number 3, get prospects hooked with the intro line. Craft an intro line that's all about them. The more you talk about yourself and use the first person, the weaker your email and lower your reply rates will be. Highlight common ground or express understanding of their goals and make it as specific as possible with examples. Always use examples. Stats can be a snappy way to showcase the value you bring. Most people process statistics quickly and can scan them easily in your email. Be sure too to actually mention your leads' goals. Otherwise, there's no reason for them to be interested in what you have to say. Deep down, we're all pretty selfish and busy in business, so talk about relevant stuff, i.e. their key metrics. You can even skip the hi or hello and go straight to the hook with something like, ever wondered if your emails are landing in spam, James? The answer is because James probably isn't taking care of his deliverability. You can find out more about the dangers of poor deliverability just here. Number 4, write a pitch that converts. Now unveil the value. Address their pain points with specific solutions and examples. If you don't show you understand their pains, how can they trust you can actually solve them? They can't. You've also got to be explicit about what you do or how you solve something. Don't leave any room for confusion. Instead of a hard sell, focus on how you can help. Again, stay away from talking about yourself, just provide value that will help them in their day-to-day. Tips and tricks or a new way of looking at something or a problem they didn't know existed. And of course, whenever you can, personalize. Whether it's using custom variables like the video on the right that fills in automatically for each lead, using lemlist by the way, or if it's a personalized message within the email itself, like saying you read an article they wrote and liked a specific section. Of course, you quote the specific section so they know that you really read it. More personalization in a good email means more replies. I like to add some personalization in the PS of an email. Little tip for you there. Point number 5, add a closing line that pushes an action. Guide them towards the next step with a clear and compelling CTA. Sounds simple. The idea though is to make it super clear what you want. Whether it's replying to your email or scheduling a call, make it easy for them to want to speak more with you. That's why interest-based CTAs are so good and they're my favorite. It's about seeing if you've piqued their interest enough, not demanding they book a meeting with you. Avoid overwhelming them with multiple CTAs as well. Strictly one thing to process at a time. If you make it difficult in any way for people, they switch off, close your email, and you've lost your chance. No harm in being direct too. It's better than being vague. Some people like receiving a calendar link like a lemcow, others don't. It means that they can book a time that suits them in their own time. You'll have to A/B test and cross your fingers to see what works. Point number 6, sign off your cold email in a friendly way. End on a memorable note. Just don't make that memory an annoying one that implies they're obliged to reply to you. No one's obliged to reply to you. Your sign off should leave a positive impression. Best or cheers might work, but don't be afraid to stand out with something more unique that reflects your brand. Then finally, a little extra tip for you. What about the signature? Well, keep your signature simple. That's what I'd say. Any clutter distracts from your message and links make it more likely you get marked as spam. Basically, your email is more heavy. Include your name, position, and company, or don't. Realistically, does someone care about your position? Not really is the answer, but in other cases, it might look more professional. My advice, keep it simple and don't overthink it. Go ahead and apply these 6 steps to write cold emails that not only get opened, but get replies. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. It takes 2 seconds and it's free. And if you want more info on how to write good emails, check out this one. The template gets me 50 replies per week using lemlist. No reason it won't work for you as well.